Hey guys, Mr. Trent here. We're going to be doing a lesson today on geometry. I'm going to be focusing on area and perimeter of squares, rectangles, parallelograms, triangles, trapezoids, and circles. All right, so we're just going to run through these. So again, learning process, right? So. Okay, so geometry, okay, is the study of shapes, all right? Now, shapes can be in two forms, all right? They can be two-dimensional or 2D, or they can be 3D, three-dimensional, right? So if you're watching a cartoon or TV, it's flat, right? But 3D is something I can actually hold, okay? So, for example, my head is giant, right? My head is something I can hold, right? It would be more of a sphere, right? Or some weird shape, right? Because my head is giant, okay? Today, we're going to be focusing on two-dimensional shapes, all right? Flat shapes. So these are shapes that we do not hold. So examples of two-dimensional shapes are, you'll have a square, right? Rectangle, circle, right? These are all flat, right? I can't hold these, right? They're two-dimensional, okay? So we'll be focusing on the area and perimeter of these shapes, two-dimensional, okay? All right. So, in geometry, okay, something to think about and what you always need to know or have are formulas, okay? Now, on your GED test with math, okay, you have access to all the formulas, every single one, all right? They're given to you. You don't have to memorize them, which is pretty sweet. All right. So, some of them are easy, some of them are hard, okay? But we're going to take this one shape at a time, okay? We'll be doing various examples with each one, okay? So if you are following along with me, make sure you have a pencil or pen, some paper, and a calculator, aka your phone, all right? If you just want to sit here and watch me make a fool out of myself, go for it. It's all you, all right? Do it. Okay, so first shape we're going to talk about is a square, all right? Square is something I got called a lot back in school because I'm, whatever. Anyway, so when we talk about squares, okay, squares are the only shape that have four equal sides. Each side is the same length. So if this side of the square is 4 inches, this side is 4 inches, this side is 4 inches, and that side is 4 inches. Square has 4 equal sides, something to remember, okay? So let's say we want to find the area of a square, okay? Now, area it's the space within a 2D shape. Area is what's inside the shape itself. How many square inches, how many square meters are inside the square, okay? That's what we're trying to figure out with area, okay? Perimeter is totally different. You ever watch those shows where there's a cop or there's someone, maybe a criminal's in a building, right? And they say, we got to make a perimeter. The cops say that. It means they're surrounding the burglar or the criminal, okay? So perimeter is space around the shape. Area, inside. perimeter, outside. Okay, something to remember. And we're going to apply these two concepts with shapes. Okay, this is where our mathematical brains come into play. And remember, today we're only talking about two-dimensional shapes. Okay, not three. Three-dimensional is a whole other ballpark, whole other day. All right, it's not easy. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so with squares, okay, we're going back to squares. Remember, squares, they have 4 equal sides. Okay, now the formula of the area of a square is A, which stands for area, equals side, or S, to the second power. Okay? The area is the side to the second power. Okay. So let's say we have a square. One side is 5 inches. Okay? Now, with our knowledge of what a square is, right, we know that every single other side is 5, right? So, we want to find the area. So, we don't know the area, so we're just going to write down A again equals, and a side, right? One side is 5, so we'll put 5 to the second power. And if you remember, some of you guys might have done this with me before. If I have 5 to the second power, that literally means 2 5s. Okay? So it means literally 5 times 5, which is 25. So my area, A, equals 25. And that's it, right? Area equals S to the second power. That's all that means. All right? So 5 times 5 is 25. Again, I plugged in one side length for my S, right? It's 5. So I had to do 5 to the second power, which is 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Now, we can easily do perimeter without any formula or anything like that, right? If you remember what I said, perimeter is the outside, okay? So if this length is 5, remember, this has to be 5, this has to be 5, and this one has to be, you guessed it, 5. So then I just add up the outside. 5, 10, 15, 20. So my perimeter is 20. It's easy. Squares are one of the easiest shapes to learn, but